And welcome back to MusketeersHockey.com for the Coach's Corner. I'm Jordan Berger. With me, as always, is Musketeers head coach Luke Strand. Coach, just first of all, hard to believe the calendar's turned to March already. We talk about how this season's such a grind and days go slow sometimes, but at the end of the day, you only have 14 games left in the regular season.
It has happened quick, and it's it's a marathon season, and you got to take care of your parts of a marathon. And right now, you can see the light at the end of the tunnel, and we got to take care of these points.
And let's talk about last weekend real quick. And you bounced back nicely after the loss to Fargo with a great win over Tri-City, and a lot of good things that came about. What did you like the most out of that win?
Well, I thought our team stuck together. I thought we held a plan. I was happy with our effort for sure. I think from the goal line out, our team was really consistent for 60 minutes, and it's been a bit since we had a 60-minute game like that. And the other side was we kept the lead, we stuck with it, and no one deviated, so we stayed on the same page.
Right, and I know leading up to that weekend, a lot of talk was with you and the coaching staff was about just how a mature team knows how to play with a lead, and really after McCormick scored that power play goal, you guys played a really good final 30 minutes.
Yeah, I was happy with our group. It was a step. It's definitely a step we need to continue to take, whether it's on the road or at home. You want a mature team, and that's from behind and with the lead. And when our group learns and stays on that same page, the success we had will continue to come.
And special teams also terrific in that game. You score a real timely power play goal after you had dominated much of the second period, 5-on-5, and then the penalty kill. You lose Suter and you lose Maxim Godreau, two stalwarts on the penalty kill, and a couple guys like an Adam Krause, like a Tim O'Brien, like a Greg Johnson really stepped up in those special teams roles.
Yeah, on the defensive side, I thought Johnson was outstanding. I thought he was outstanding all the way through the whole game. And then, to replace guys that are hurt or just out of the lineup, Krauser and Tim O'Brien stepped in, did a great job. Their knowledge of the position is going to continue to grow with more reps. So we want to add depth in that position because you just never know what kind of a night a guy's having, and the more depth you have, the better off you'll be.
And certainly a nice redemption night for Matt Scoff, 26 saves for his fourth shutout of the year. And I thought a key moment in that game was in that second period you had dominated the game. McCormick scores that power play goal, and then Tri-City gets a chance. I believe it was Scoff's only second shot of that period when Derek Angeli came down the right wing, and Scoffer made a big-time save.
He made a huge save, and it was disappointing on the staff side because it was right after a goal. But at the same time, you need that. I mean, the guy's going to make mistakes, and it's how you handle and how you overcome what mistake you make, whether it's a defensive play by a goaltender, by a defenseman, by a back-checking forward. If you're going to try to create and you're going to make mistakes, you just got to become a non-compounding team, and so when your problems aren't just over problems.
Again, talk about the week of practice here. Have the guys had kind of an extra beat in their step after their big win on Saturday?
Yeah, it's been good. There's a task in hand here, and we just want to focus on the next game, and Dubuque right now is a very good opponent, top of our division, and a team we haven't seen. So we've done our research and we've done our homework, and everyone's going to bring out a different effort. We want to make sure we bring out our best.
And you mentioned Dubuque, and it seems like you're so close to beating some of these top teams in Fargo and Cedar Rapids and Omaha. I mean, you've been in so many of these games, and just what do you think is the key going to be to getting over the hump against some of these better teams in the league?
Well, I think the start, and then I think you got to go through a 60-minute battle, and whether it's on the special team side of things or in the other side is every team this team can create offense when you give it to them. So for us to be really detailed on the idea we're not giving away pucks, we're taking care of our own end, and we're having 200-foot games out of all of our forwards is going to be a big part.
And, you scout this Dubuque team, and it's a team that's it's first place in the West, and we really haven't seen them a lot, so it'll be a great test. And just when you look at these guys, what are the strengths of this team? Why have they been so successful this year?
They've got the Gaudreau boy he's a 20-plus goal scorer, and they've got a line there with Zapparini himself. And it's impressive with their depth, I think, that way. Their goaltender numbers are big numbers. They've been very good, very solid for them throughout the year. Their defensive core is the D core that lets the forwards do a lot of work. I think they put forwards or put pucks on the forwards tape and let them go forward with it. And at the same time, Monty, I think he's done a very good job with having a young group that's stayed together. And so we had to almost put a crisis on their hands. And I don't know how much they've had to go through that way, but we got to make sure we do.
And just quickly before we talk about your goaltender, the injury situation, Troy Hesketh comes back, makes his debut. I thought he played very well paired with Jose Delgadillo. Max Cady and Jake Suter missed some practice time, but they've come back. So it sounds like, especially on defense, it sounds like it's almost all hands on deck, getting very healthy on the blue line.
Yeah, it has been. I thought Hess did a very good job for us. He was very hard. He moved pucks quick and efficiently. He's got a little nasty to him, which you don't really see because he's such a genuinely nice kid. But he's got that label as well, and so it was a pleasant surprise for sure, especially with out of live bullets. He had some practice reps, but not that live. And then you know, getting Gator got sick this week, and Suits has been out with a little concussion issue and some symptoms. So both those guys are back skating full go, and you'll expect to see those guys this weekend.
And lastly, I assume no reason why why you won't allow Matt Scoff to try and build on the good things he did against Fargo and Tri-City.
Yeah, it's Scoffer's going to stay back in the net, and we want him. I thought he did a very good job on his first shots. Found him set. He was challenging, and at the same time, he had a very confident aura about his way in net.
Thanks, Coach, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
It's Musketeers head coach Luke Strand. Come on down, support the guys. 2 home games this weekend. Again, 21 and under, $5 tickets for Friday against Dubuque and Saturday against Lincoln.